This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The Queen's 2018 Honours List is out, and it recognizes Bahamians from all walks of life for their contributions to their respective fields. Our Ani K. Archer caught up with Dr. Robin Roberts to get his reaction on being honored.
Returning to the Bahamas as urologist in 1987, Dr. Robin Roberts started his tenure of medicine. Dr. Roberts is among the few that have been honored by the Queen for their service in different professions in the Bahamas. Dr. Roberts told our news team how he felt.
I would like to believe I made a contribution on all aspects of healthcare service in the Bahamas. So, with regards to receiving this honor, really, I'm reminded of Calvin Coolidge, the 30th President of the United States, and he put it very, very clearly for me. He said that no person was ever honored for what he received. Honor has been the reward for what he gave.
Dr. Roberts also shared his gratitude to the people of the Bahamas.
On behalf of the people of the Bahamas, who I really want to thank is the people of the Bahamas for recognizing the accomplishments that they feel I have made.
Recently, Father Sebastian Campbell spoke out about the honorees rejecting the Queen's appointment and quite frankly expressed his anger towards it. Father Campbell feels that the Queen's honors are inferior and that the country should uphold the national awards, which he feels is in higher esteem. Dr. Roberts gives his feedback on Father Campbell's remarks.
I would like to say I support Father Sebastian and on the long journey he's made in trying to create national honors. I agree to that. But this particular honor, from my understanding of it, is given by the Bahamian people. And so this is a representation of the Bahamian people at this point in time.
Dr. Roberts wants the country to look forward to the national health insurance coming in the very near future. As Dr. Roberts puts it, it will be one of the greatest advances in healthcare in this country. In the service of medicine, Dr. Roberts has served the Bahamian people with over 37 plus years in the Bahamas. For JCN News, I'm Ani K. Archer.
Now, the Bahamas is gearing up to Fête in a few months, and this year Junkanoo Carnival will be going through a bit of a change. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture Michael Pintart announced earlier this week that the government will no longer be funding Junkanoo Carnival and will push more for privatization. While speaking with our news team, President of the Bahamas Carnival Band Owners Association and owner of Island Rhythms Carnival Band was Dario Torelli, who gave us some insight as to how the decision was made.
Honorable Pintard was very fair with us. He took his time to understand the industry from his perspective, read every document and everything that they met in place, and then he met with us officially and got the information from the band owners. He met with the band owners, and then the second meeting was a workshop with the band owners on Carnival, the aspect of Carnival that they didn't know and what we need and the funding of Carnival. He made known, as you saw from yesterday's news report, that the government would not put no funding towards Carnival, but he did state that artisans should make money, and we are artists, and most of the artisans in Carnival are also junkanooers. So it's just extension of their craft in the industry year-round.
Pintart also declared that the cultural word junkanoo will no longer be joined with the word carnival. Mr. Torelli said he agrees with the minister's declaration and expanded further on the aspect of privatization.
We all agree. I went on record the first year that junkanoo should be removed from carnival. Carnival is a totally separate industry. Junkanoo is the most unique street parade in the world. It's a street parade. Carnival is a street party, a street festival where people pay to play. And so, you know, we want to separate it. Every marketing of Carnival is about Carnival. Every marketing of Junkanoos, they market to the world and locally on Junkanoo. So he did us a favor. And so I love him for that, and I made mention of that yesterday also. And so we're on the right path. We also talk about privatization and ownership. It was already privatized. Nobody owns the band owner other than the owners themselves. I own my company outright. Island Rhythms is owned by Dario Torelli and his operating partners.
The soon-to-be former Junkanoo Carnival has made positive impacts on the local music scene, allowing for local musicians to perform their new songs live for Bahamians and notable international music executives, such as Sony Music. Mr. Torelli said his wish is for the government to assist them with international marketing and/or partner with Carnival organizers to help promote Carnival. Carnival is set for Saturday, May 5th, 2018. And nowadays, education is ever-changing. You can not only be taught in the four walls of a classroom, but also on screen of a computer, the screen of a tablet, or a mobile device in the comfort of your own home. BTVI's president, Dr. Robert Robertson, spoke at Rotary Club West meeting today and drilled home the message that we must try to have creative ways to address significant skill gaps in the Bahamas.
Students also are learning differently than they did in my era. We probably in the next year or two here will see that we can only use online textbooks. And most people like hard copy textbooks, but publishers are simply not publishing hard copy textbooks anymore. So the technology piece is also important as we look at improving the skills. But also as part of that, it's critically important that we look at the technical skills and match those to the kind of interests that students have, not only here but also elsewhere. So if you are good as a carpenter, for example, you still do need to learn some math. You still need to be able to write and to communicate to other people. If you have your own company, for example, you're the salesperson for your company. And so those skills are important.
BTVI has programs in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Abaco, and are trying to use online classes to reach other islands. Available at the college is programs to allow students to gain college credits while in high school. They even have scholarship programs for children at the Ranfully home to be able to afford classes at the college. Our final stories are up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.